flocking. Me and the geese were flocking south. We're trucking. The van is it's doing all right, but it needs a little bit of bigger motor. But pretty much the van goes 65 comfortably until we hit a hill, then it's 55 comfortably without like shifting down hard and revving up the hill. So we're just gonna run 65 the whole way there. Morning. Maybe I could get on his
Thursday,
coffee time.
coffee before riding.
Let's go. Gotta make sure everything still works. Should work. Get loosened up, do a moto, ride the race bike one last time, and then yeah, we're guns hot coming into Thunder Valley.
It's way too much power here at altitude.
Yeah. I don't know, I figured I'll keep this one for the year and make it like a semi-practice bike / spare race bike. So like if anything happens to that. This thing's fancy. First time driving a Tesla. They're so weird. You let off the gas and there's just so much engine braking. If this was a dirt bike, I'd hate it.
This thing is so fancy.
Yeah, so we're staying with Ray out here in Colorado Springs, and this is his car, and he offered us to take it for a test cruise. So we're going to the store with this thing. It's cool.
Let it drive itself.
I'm not doing that. I don't trust it. We're leaving here. We're seriously leaving here in Colorado. Come on.
The realities of a privateer.
Look at the line.
You get to wait in line.
Like for hours too. It's 9:50 and they're supposed to start us at 9:30 and they haven't even started. Then we're at the end of the line.
Finally moving. How's the animal cookie racer diet?
It's an organic one, alright? Give me a break. Thunder Valley. Got a sweet setup here.
What happened to the tire?
I changed tires last night and thought I did good. And it was flat this morning. And then I pumped it up and it went flat again. So we had to have Dunlop change the tube on my Hoosier tire, which I don't really like asking them to do that, but they do it anyway. So other than that, we're race ready. We got a sick setup. Hotter than hell here.
It's supposed to be pretty warm tomorrow too.
Epic start! What do you think, Pep? Look at that. I feel so factory. I'm like the most factory construction worker there ever was. I really like the back of this one, how it like outlines the numbers like that. Fancy. I've had this stuff, but not with all the right logos on it. Brap, 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 brap. Pull the tear off. Brap. Alright, show it like that.
Is this the vlog?
This is.
So we're gonna trade vlog stuff?
Yep.
I can't wait for my stuff to override your computer.
I can't wait for it to be way better quality than my iPhone. This gear looks sweet.
I mean, he looks banging.
Oh, it even matches the pretty well.
It's a good thing you put a ring on it because women. He's coming for them women. He's coming for your wives.
Is there any gear that ever started accident isn't legit?
What happened is you brought the level. You elevated it.
Yeah, I'm right. They knew I was coming. They just had to up their game.
By the way, how much of a man did you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up a little early so I can kind of witness a little action.
Trying to get it just to the right depth, trying to get it to where it's going to be not too deep, where it's be a horsepower, but yet build up those berms, to get it predictable. And we saw that at the last of the first 450 bad lap there. So looking forward to seeing what's left in our 250 group big riders. You can still see the hillside, the army of fans that march up the hillside to pick one of these premier spots. You know, we're just a little bit later than normal, and the reason being, NBC Sports has decided they want to showcase our sport live, so that's going to put our 450 class
On your last lap, pretty much you don't really have to worry that much about that one because that section was solid. And then when you're hitting that double, coming off, rolling up the Thunder, your speed through that. A couple of times you took more of the inside, and then you went more medial than out.
Yeah.
You seemed like you were carrying a shitload more speed. I did a little stop count a little bit. It's about a half a second faster when you went out and then rolled.
Yeah.
So, all right.
When you say the best in the business, Rob, you talk about seeing this term. Let me tell you something. These guys know exactly what corner they're going to first. They know exactly which part of the track needs to drink the most. And I tell you, this is what almost like photo as we watch these equipment take the track. Kyle and Leo's out there following Davis. That's great. Look at what they're missing out on. And the reason they sit there, they turn around and come back. Maybe
half of these fools out there, they're mad at them on Pico. They're mad at them. They got
Too excited.
What's the issue with your
Don't
gas?
get too excited for 33rd.
Zach, you want to know what it ain't about the 33rd? You would qualify.
My gas was boiling that whole practice.
It's because you're so hot.
Probably
He's a hot piece of meat.
Yeah. That's probably it. The gas can...
He just walked out. And I was like, oh shit. I looked at him. He's like, hey, shook his hand. He's like, you want a photo? I was like,
Oh, it's
fuck
awesome.
yes, I want a photo. Yes, I want a photo.
Absolutely.
Yes, I do.
The line over there is insane right now.
Absolutely, I want a photo.
Don't take a shit. I don't even care. I don't even care if you want. You don't want to boil fuel anymore.
It's too freaking hot.
He's too hot.
He's too hot.
He's too hot. Your man is too hot.
What do you think? If you were a dirt biker, you'd be fast. I see your zoomies out there. really get the rear traction too, just dropping the rear legs and E-moto. Ooh. It's like I feel like I'm doing like crack or something.
Well, the reason why I like
Pepper.
No.
Smith.
Zach. No. You don't need it.
dog abuse.
What is it?
That's a athletic sniffing salt. It's supposed to get you wired.
It helps you elevate your blood pressure to keep it from passing out. That's the real
That's
reason.
what it does.
No.
That's why power lifters will take it. It keeps you from passing out.
First moto of the year. I'm excited.
How was first moto?
It was okay, but I got shit. I can't get this on. I got ran into out the start, so I was coming from the back again, which is seems to be my biggest issue. Trying to fix it, but it feels like the harder I try, the worse I get at starts. So I'm a little frustrated with that, but I know there's a lot more in the tank, so we'll have to regroup and try to do better this time.
How'd today go?
It was a little bit of a wake-up call, to be honest. It was a little bit tougher than I expected. The track was a lot gnarlier than I expected, but I haven't been able to ride anything close to that. Plus it was really hot. That was tough. But first moto, my start was terrible. It was really hard to pass, but I was able to get 25th in that one. The second moto, I got a lot, not the best start, but I was able to like make some quick passes in the first like half a lap, I guess. So I was in a decent spot, like, but then it was just like I was in a good battle with a lot of guys the entire moto, and hard to pass. Probably, I feel like if I wouldn't have wasted so much energy, if I could have passed some guys sooner. But that's just tough, like when you haven't done it in a while. It's hard to just jump in, especially when these guys have probably got two rounds under their belt. But I think I got like 23rd the second moto. So yeah, I feel like I have top 20 speed, like it was definitely there. Because like top 20 was like within sight. It's just a matter of flowing a little bit better at the beginning of the motos. But like every time I do one of those races, it's like I get a little better. So I think I should be able to have a pretty good season. It's always the first one that's the hardest. So